This podcast is a production of Unfiltered Studios. If you would like to know more about joining Unfiltered Studios, please visit our website at unfpod.com for more information.
Hey, and welcome to another episode of the kjandapodcast. My name is Jay.
And my name is Kjandapodcast.
So our last live was about Deadpool 1, along with Peter Pan and some other nonsensical hoobamajoob.
Hoobajoob?
That's right. Something that we haven't used in quite a while. We haven't used hoobamajoob in quite a while.
I don't think I've ever heard that. So,
oh, yeah. It's another word for malarkey,
no, I don't know.
Stuff, So this time we're going to talk about Deadpool 2, since next Friday the world will finally be able to see Deadpool and Wolverine, which will be the
I think it's
third.
gonna be sweet.
Yeah. Especially with the last trailer that just came out, you got to see Daphne Keene's Laura older talking to Wolverine. You got to see a full screen shot of Lady Deadpool and the huge ensemble of the Deadpool cores behind her. You got a closer look at Toad and how he looks. I know we from the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, we got Toad, we've got Lady Deathstrike, we've got Pyro, we've got Sabretooth. Main big bad is going to be Cassandra Nova, who is Professor Charles Xavier's evil, telepathic, telekinetic sister. Oh, no. The scene I have seen is her literally putting Logan into the ground and dragging him through the ground. Now, when I say in the ground, I mean like you don't see him. You see his claws. Drags him. Yeah, it's pretty much. So Logan is not having a good time of it at all.
So if there's a Deadpool core,
yes.
All right, they're working together.
Yes.
Towards what goal?
Well, it sounds like the majority of the story for Deadpool and Wolverine is going to happen in the Void from the TVA. So it's going to be where all these different variants just are, and Alioth is going to play a fairly big role because, as you know, Alioth destroys variants in the Void.
Yes.
So it's going to be interesting because, look at Loki. He couldn't work with himself because he was too much himself. Loki was a greedy boy.
He was also falling in love with himself.
Yeah, but see, how many other variants of him were female? None. It was just that one, and she looked nothing like him, minus the ensemble in the first season. That's about it. After that, Sylvie just took on a whole life of her own. I'm blonde. I'm super British. I like to work at McDonald's.
I like to work at McDonald's.
Oh my God, yes. She was so happy with her mundane, normal life. I'm not a god anymore. I can live. I love it.
I can do whatever the fuck I want, and I choose Big Macs.
Yeah, Big Mac.
I choose Big Macs.
This is the way. Big Macs.
Oh, yeah, I actually am really looking forward to this movie.
Seeing that it's the only Marvel movie that is going to come out this year, it is the biggest thing for Disney Plus. Well, not Disney Plus, but Disney as a company right now.
DC, take a note. Like, they just don't put out stuff when they don't have good material.
And I feel like that's exactly what's happening with DC right now, when you think about it. Because the whole restructuring starts with Superman Legacy. They still have this animated Superman series going on right now, which I actually like.
I haven't watched it, obviously.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a very anime style of drawing. They do change a lot of stuff. Some villains that are primary villains for other DC characters, primarily Batman, do make their appearance in this show, but their means of using powers come from Krypton technology.
Oh, so man, So they're like super powerful, but they also can be super smart. Can they not do something? They can't fuck with green rocks.
Yeah, exactly. Like the kryptonite does affect most of the technology, as seen in the last episode from the second season.
Are they actually using it as like a power source?
They did for what they were calling Metallos. So Metallo isn't a singular person; it's actually a bunch of robots with kryptonite batteries.
I mean, I feel like that's counterproductive.
Well, I mean, when you had Metallo in comic books and other animated series, yeah, he was an actor accident and or disease, and they just replaced his body with. He's basically a Terminator now with the kryptonite core. Gave him some fake skin. Go about your business. Go.
Why did Lex Luthor like make kryptonite laser or something? I mean, think
I
you can
feel
figure that one
like
out.
he's done that before.
I mean, just because it doesn't work once doesn't mean you can't try again.
Yeah, just a little bit more finite. I mean, they had to technically use a kryptonite scalpel to extract a kryptonite bullet because that's the only way you can get through freaking Soup's skin.
It's time for a super suit.
Where's my super suit?
Captain Surgeon, MD. That's the
Was it
new.
Martian Manhunter and Cyborg and the uh was it Justice League Doom? Yeah, where they were I think it was the Legion of Doom was using Batman's contingency plans for the Justice League against them.
There needs to be like I want to see someone whose power is super medical. That's it.
Technically, Mr. Terrific could be considered because he is pretty much a genius. So,
But no, I mean, like you could be a genius, but only in the medical field. They're like, what's the biology makeup of this bug? But if you want me to dissect it, like I might know his organs.
let's see, superhero with
Super doctor.
super medical knowledge. Now that you have me, kind of like
They're just gonna give general geniuses. They're gonna give everyone's gonna be just general geniuses. I'm gonna try and find the for a deep dive. I need to find
Doctor Strange is technically still a neurosurgeon. He's the Sorcerer Supreme.
Okay,
You work on your brain. Hank McCoy is also a super genius and has been known to do medical procedures.
I feel like in any comic universe, if you're just super smart, doing surgery is just expected, par for the course.
Honestly, I feel like Doctor Doom would probably do some surgery. I feel like that would be right up his alley. Like it's evil surgery, but it's still surgery.
What if they just instead of being doctor or whatever, they're just like Doom MD, Strange MD, Strange DDS.
Just doesn't have the same ring as Doctor. Just doesn't have that same.
Just it doesn't have that je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, because I mean, when you think doctor character, insert name, you're like, this motherfucker is both smart and has powers. If you hear somebody who's a dentist and has superpowers, you're just not. Oh,
I can do super teeth extraction.
What show was that? Was that Codename Kids Next Door, where they had the dude that was like Night Brace? And I'm guessing he used to be a freaking dentist or something because he had like the crazy headgear.
I mean, that was their theme. Everything was like shit that kids are afraid of. They were all the bad guys.
Yeah. Freaking lunch lady.
See? Like lunch lady, like the principal, all that shit.
Fair enough.
Brought to you by Buc-ee's.
Oh, yeah. Aquafina?
It's too early for twisted tea. I just need regular tea.
Nah, I think I've done my fair share of drinking already this week. So yeah. And it's for some folk it's the Lord's Day, so I'll respect that for today.
I mean, it can still be Lord's Day. You just need to relax.
I just need to have wine instead of beer.
There we go. Wine, bread, and fish.
Just drinking some blood. I do know.
Don't mind me. I went to the store, even though my oldest daughter went crabbing over the weekend.
Okay.
And last time they went, they didn't get a lot, but this time they have like 70 apparently.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. And so I'm getting a whole lot of crabs to cook. And Corbin was like, instead, can we just go to the New Grand Market up the street and just grab a couple crabs to cook?
Why would I buy more crab if I'm getting crab?
I did a irritation assessment where I'm like, well, I could not buy the crabs and fight her for the next 4 or 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could go to New Grand Market, spend like $4 on crabs, and then I cook me some crabs.
Good grief.
So she was like, they're ornery. I'm like, yeah, they're pretty mad right now. They're about to be cooked, so you got to tell them to accept their fate. So every time she'd hear them in the bag, like scrabbling around, she'd be like, accept your fate. I'm like, that's my girl.
Oh, no. You get in that water. Get in there.
Accept your fate. You're going to be dinner.
Put the knife down. Accept your fate and put the knife down.
Oh, my God. So it's going to be a crabby weekend.
It's not terrible. It's actually really great. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I actually had crab, to be honest.
Well, come on over.
Yeah.
Got some crab.
Clink, clink, clink,
I've also I've been editing a lot.
Yeah, I saw that video.
What'd you think, right?
I was like, yes. Good little transition. Transition back.
Yeah, and then but yeah, that's basically Photoshop of video.
Okay.
So there is a lot to do, but I'm having so much fun learning shit and coming up with new stuff to do.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do.
That's my new fixation.
Trial and error.
That's my new fixation, editing videos.
All right.
Maybe I can edit this one.
I think you have the power. Depends on how much needs to be edited.
Yeah. I mean, trimming it is easy.
Yeah, trimming's always easy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, for the most part, trimming's always easy.
Mm-hmm. What have you been up to, sir?
As far as me, not a damn thing. Just a day-to-day, getting ready for this trip to the Outer Banks in a couple weeks.
Ooh.
Yep.
What you gonna do at the Outer Banks?
So we're going down to Salvo, which is south of Hatteras, and we're just gonna hang out and chill and eat.
I mean, that sounds pleasant.
Beachy stuff.
Gonna do so many beachy things.
Yeah. Hopefully not. Well, I don't burn for the most part. I don't burn. Not unless I'm like just standing there in the sun.
Yeah.
Accepting
my youngest daughter, she is the darkest shade of dark from all the pool crap.
Yep.
It is.
Water is an amplifier.
She's almost your color.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She's dark.
Getting deal. Getting deal.
Speaking of which, I'm about to go to the pool today, and I don't want to.
Why?
Because it's like camping with children versus camping by yourself.
Oh. Yeah.
You know, like camping with adults, you can have fun, you take care of your stuff. Camping with kids, like don't go in the fire. Stop touching the fire. Stop putting things in the fire. Don't get lost in the woods.
Don't put
Please stop
on
running.
the ring. Put your feet on the ring. Your souls will melt.
Yeah. Stop getting close to the fire. No, you cannot poke that with the fire. No, you cannot poke there. Stop trying to die. Please.
It would be nice. Would be nice.
Every time I've gone camping has been with kids. And I feel like that is the whole time. Mm-hmm. I never went camping when I was younger. I never did it with my parents or.
Yeah, same. Camping was not brought to me until pre-marriage, and then it was Shenandoah.
Yeah, I went camping for the first time when my boys were in Boy Scouts. And so I went with them and a bunch of other people who are used to going camping. And I was like, I have no idea how to do it. Can I put my tent here? I'm going to just do it. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah. Did you have an air mattress?
No. I had a foam thing. And then it rained.
Yep. Air mattress for the win and a sleeping bag.
The next time we went camping, one time we were supposed to camp on a battleship. Like we were going to set up our tents on the deck of a battleship at a museum.
Okay.
And so that was going to be interesting. But then it started pouring down rain and thundering. So instead we camped inside the museum.
Okay.
Yeah. But I had this giant tent and a full-size air mattress that time. And like blankets and all sorts of shit. So it was comfy as fuck.
I bet.
Just like, we snuggle up in here. Look, we're in a house. I didn't even need a tent.
Oh God. Just gonna snuggle.
I only need a tent because I want to take off my pants.
No. Children are around. Don't do it.
I'm not saying I'm naked.
It doesn't matter.
I'm just saying, like, I
just want to be free.
I
just want to be free.
I just can't wear pants when I sleep. Even sleeping pants.
Yeah, I've been able to get past that. Mostly because I'll sleep in jeans.
Oh God, that's the worst.
It all depends. If you take everything out of your pockets that's not supposed to be in your pockets, you can be okay.
I just feel like whenever I sleep with pants, I wake up and they're like tangled, and like I'm losing circulation somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think I've had. Well, no, I have had that issue before, but it's not very often. It's not very often.
I just choose no pants. Like, oh, you're sleeping in the same room as me? You're about to see some boxers. Sorry.
Good. I mean, okay. To each their own.
The clearest explanation of camping that I've been told by adults is that it's just fucking intense.
How is camping intense? Stop it.
No, thank you. Thank you. It took you a minute.
Because, of course, my brain, because English, not intense.
Hold on. Let me put it in the comments for you. Here we go.
Yeah. There you go. Exactly. I'm a visual learner.
There we go.
Always help me. Damn English.
Oh, it's so fun.
One day they'll rectify their mistakes.
After trying to learn Spanish, I can say everything is complicated. There's no language that's just like, oh, it's so simple.
No, because I mean, well, I feel like Spanish is easy because it's only verb conjugation that really is a kind of a hindrance. As long as you can remember your verb conjugations, you're pretty good.
Yeah. I, you, he, she, we, they. Am I missing? I feel like I'm missing one.
Vosotros, vosotros, él, la, ella, tú.
Yeah, it's I, you, and then he, she, and then we, and then they.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
As long as you can conjugate from each of those forms, you're pretty good off. if you can't, oops.
Oh, yeah, I'm also suffering from sleep loss because someone had a sleepover last night here.
Oh, terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Third,
Because kids don't listen.
these are facts.
They did not go to sleep until like 2.
Children are not going to listen. That's just kind of like their thing until they get to a certain age and they're like, ah, shit, maybe I should listen to that.
Maybe listening will get them to shut the fuck up.
Nah. They still have more questions.
I mean, if you just do what you're told, I'll leave you alone.
Nah, that's all right. I'm gonna avoid doing what you told me the entire time.
I'm still gonna avoid it.
Yep, gonna do what I want. Then
When I tell my kids to do something, and then I'm like, and they're complaining for 10 minutes. I'm like, if you just did it, we would have been done with this 9 minutes 30 seconds ago.
The power of procrastination.
But instead, let's argue about it.
Nah, yeah, argue is better. Go ahead and put the brakes on that whole situation. What are you looking at?
What is on your face?
What? Look what you did. She didn't like you asking that question. How dare?
Okay.
That's what?
It's makeup.
Yep. You should not have asked that question. You should have been like, "You're pretty."
I should have assumed it. No, it was just like a black line, like right here. And I was like, what is that?
She's contouring. She's making sure you can see that jawline.
Dollar Tree is a good way for them to get makeup.
Yes.
So she's got a shitload of makeup right now.
Oh, okay.
And she just like puts it on.
Just randomly.
And then she washes it off. And then she puts it on again.
Yeah.
Last night I was like, all right, 5 minutes to bed. And then I went upstairs and came back down and they were putting on makeup. And I was like, what? Why are you putting on makeup? You're about to go to bed. And they're like, we want to look pretty. I'm like, for who? The boogeyman?
You're going to clog your pores keeping that crap on.
Oh, my God. These kids, man.
It's going to end up more on your pillow than on you.
Seriously. I don't need to get pretty for bed. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I don't need to get pretty to go outside.
Good Lord. Well, I mean, it's because we're guys. We don't worry about that.
I don't give a shit. Not trying to impress you motherfuckers.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah. If I'm trying to impress somebody, I might put on a shirt that requires buttons.
Meh. That sounds like work.
It does sound like work.
It's got a collar. That's all it needs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like a polo. You know.
Oh yeah.
One here, two.
Yeah. About three buttons max.
I'm too old to give a shit. I just can't. I ain't got time anymore.
Those days are gone.
Those days are gone.
Maybe when we were younger, but not today. Give it up.
It's like, Like, aren't you single? Like, no, but I'm not trying. Like, even when I was looking, you get jeans, you get t-shirt. If this isn't enough for you,
Yeah. There you go.
sorry, that's what you get.
No, either looking for anything else. Like,
What?
it'd be different if you said we're going somewhere fancy. Then yes, I will do fancy things. But
I'm never gonna put on a mask for
if we're
you.
just going to Red Lobster, I'm not dressing up for Red Lobster. Red Lobster. It's
Red Lobster is the fanciest restaurant you can think of.
Bare minimum fancy. Bare minimum. Now,
Okay, yeah, that is bare minimum fancy.
Now I can't just be like, what's a good upscale restaurant that I know of? I feel like Texas de Brazil
That was pretty good.
is pretty upscale.
What about like Ruth's Chris?
Yes.
That one's pretty fancy.
Anything owned by Gordon Ramsay, I feel like if you don't go in there looking proper, you might as well just go fuck off.
I went on a date to an Italian restaurant, and luckily I was already dressed up because I had never been there before.
Okay.
And I went in, and it was like, "Do you have a reservation?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, what?"
Oh shit. Yeah.
Well, we go in, it's like, "Do you have a reservation?" And I looked around, and I'm like, "More than half these tables are empty. Do I need one?"
Yeah. Yeah. Looking around the room, you're looking pretty light on
Yeah, I'm sorry. Do you not need my money? Because I can just go.
Yeah. Must be doing pretty well. What's on your menu that costs so much that no one's
they had like a host and shit, and she's like, "Oh, what is your name?" And I'm like, "Kevin." She's like, "Oh, okay. Well, we found a table for you, Kevin and his beautiful bride." And I was like,
well, let's
"This is
go.
our first date."
No, let it ride. Let it fucking ride.
No, I did. I did not say it was our first date. I was like, "Yes, we're celebrating our 5-year anniversary." And you know how you know she's a keeper? She went with it. So now it's like a joke. We're always like, when we go out, we're like, "Yeah, we're celebrating 5 years."
Good. Oh, perfect. Perfect.
If you can put up with my stupid shit, you're a keeper.
There you go. Got to be able to roll with it. Got to be able to roll with it.
Because I want to come up with some shit.
Might as well. I mean, there was a clown thing. I do remember. Clowns? Were they not clowns?
Clowns?
Yes. Was there not a date?
With me?
Yeah. And clowns? Was you not a clown, sir? Was you not dressed as a clown?
Oh, yes.
Aha.
Okay, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That was actually her idea.
Naming no names.
No, we're not naming names, but that was pretty interesting. She was like, I guess trying to test whether I really don't give a shit.
Well,
we went shopping into a restaurant dressed as clowns.
There you go. The challenge was made. The challenge was accepted.
Challenge was accepted. I was like, okay, here we go. We were walking around in public on the streets.
Good grief.
Dressed as clowns.
Yeah, I would have to have some kind of mask.
Nope.
Until it was time to eat, in which case, then I shall reveal my identity.
No, people were asking to take pictures of us and laughing their ass off. Be like, "You are so funny. You just made my day." I'm like, we're just walking around. We weren't like doing cartwheels or juggling. We were just walking.
could have been like, yeah, we just got off. We're part of show one. We can't do more than 2 shows a day. Got
Well,
a nice break.
Oh my gosh, we went to Outback, and these 2 little kids, they had like a big group of like 10 right near us, and we were sitting there eating, and we could see like the parents and the kids like glancing over at us while we're eating, and then like 2 of the kids come up, and they walked up to us real quiet, and we were like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Are you real jokesters? Are you real jokesters?" And we were like, "Yeah, we are."
Sorry, do you not see the outfit, sir?
You think I wear this because it's fun?
The only thing I'm missing is my tie. I'm all about the business.
Should have had like one of those little like water flower squirters.
Oh, yeah. Then with the lemon juice. Joke's on you. I'm a mean clown.
Oh, it was vinegar.
Even worse. Maybe a little bleach. R&R, now you're blind and your colors are going to run.
Yeah, bleach would be the worst.
Correct.
That would be pretty funny.
The assault on these senses is always terrible when it comes to bleach. Good God, that shit will fuck your lungs up.
Why do you gotta make everything evil?
Not saying I'm a villain or anything, but yeah.
But world domination is on my vision board.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
I mean, toppling governments and all that kind of stuff. Sounds like fun, but
you could be a minion for a supervillain.
No, those guys get messed up way too fast. you got to go for the upper echelon.
That's fair.
At least then you're treated well. You get a lot of good pay and maybe superpowers. It all depends on who you're working for.
You want to be someone's number 2?
I'll take 3. 2 is so high that if you fuck up real bad, you might get off depending on who you're working for. At least with 3, you're like the fog. You can be the fallback.
Okay. You know, but I feel like that's like maximum minion.
Yeah,
that's like
maximum. Again, you got your main big bad. You got your number 2, who's obviously going to fight the big, the heroes before getting to. But number 3 can disappear into the shadows and just be like, you know what? They don't even pay that great. I am.
But Maximum Minion's a really good superhero name.
Huh. You can really go with the MM.
Yeah, exactly. Just MM right here. Like, what's your power? Making sure they do their job.
Sir, I'm a coordinator. I make sure shit gets done.
It could even be like manager minion.
Yeah.
The MM still sticks.
Like, I'm basically office staff at this point. I don't go into the field. I just make sure motherfuckers are doing what they're supposed to do when they're supposed to do it. Hell, I mentioned the other day.
He's a desk minion. He just goes behind. He's like, clocking in.
This is MM for Dr. Doom. Just making sure that his appointment is on your books. Oh, it is.
Like, yeah. You had a 5:30 for Monday. We're gonna have to change that. He's kind of in prison. He'll be out by Thursday, though. Would you like to reset that up? Yeah,
no, he has to move it up because he's got a battle with the Fantastic Four right around noon. It's just not gonna work for him.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Just make it an hour earlier. I'm pretty sure he'll be
fine. He could probably make it a Zoom meeting.
Oh no, not the in office, out of office.
Dr. Doom has like a GoPro.
Oh my!
Facing his face, and he's fighting.
You know damn well it would be a Doombot just like in motion. And he's moving like this, and he's moving like this. Get low.
Look at him. Hold on. We're fighting bad guys. Yes, and if you look at Article 3, page 4 of our thing.
Blam blam.
Blam, 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 blam.
Was that an explosion? No.
Oh. No. That was lasers. Those are lasers.
It's all an illusion. You saw nothing.
Oh, no. Good times. Good times.
How much do you remember about Deadpool 2?
Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
That was the one that we watched together.
Yes.
That was.
If you were to compare it to Deadpool 1, how would you compare?
I like Deadpool 1 better.
I agree.
Mostly because, I'm a fan of origin stories.
Yes. A good origin story really sets a tone for the character.
Like all the Marvel movies, the ones where they start out, that's my favorite.
Yeah, I think Iron Man being the granddaddy of the MCU itself was an amazing titular start for everything.
It was totally luck of the draw, though. They were not intending for where it went.
No, I don't think. Well, when you consider that, I think Marvel at the time had properties just like scattered everywhere.
Yeah.
Between so many different studios. I mean, you had Paramount had the Hulk, Fox had the X-Men and Fantastic Four, Sony with Spider-Man. So it was a lot then, but now that they regained so many of the rights to a certain extent, I mean, they still have distribution issues with Hulk, I think, but pretty much everybody is back home. Sans Spider-Man villains.
Well, Spider-Man, are they still?
I mean, they're still using Tom Holland Spider-Man, and I think they are going to try to possibly either have Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield in the Secret Wars movie.
No, I thought that Sony still owned Spider-Man. I didn't hear.
Yeah, they're like lending him specifically to Marvel, but you don't see they're trying to build their own little Spider-Verse, which ain't great. I mean, Into the Spider-Verse movies, awesome. Thank you for bringing us Miles Morales and giving us amazing stories there, but your live action ain't doing so good.
It never does good. Well, I mean, like the first Tobey Maguire stand was good for its time.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed Andrew Garfield's films. I enjoyed Tobey Maguire's films. I think my only issue, like I said, ends up being Spider-Man 3. And for Andrew, I'm not mad at Amazing Spider-Man 2. I think my only issue was that they took a lot of liberty with just jumping from Norman Osborn being first Goblin is jumping to being Harry. I mean, I enjoyed Electro in that film. Yeah, they killed off Gwen Stacy after only being in one movie.
Yeah.
Like, they got at least one more. But if they, with that, if they had done an Amazing Spider-Man 3, I would have liked to see the introduction of Mary Jane Watson, which would have been, kind of a hoping to be a recuperation mechanism for Peter to kind of like get out of his depression hole.
Yeah. I'd like to see what they're going to do with Tom Holland, like getting back into his regular life, because he's going to like find his best friend and.
Oh no, I think
Mary Jane.
What would end up happening, I think, is he's going to use Spider-Man as a coping mechanism to escape, living life as Peter Parker. No one knows who Peter Parker is anymore, so it's just Spider-Man. So he's gonna basically have to rebuild his life as Peter Parker from scratch, and he's just gonna be, nope, I don't want to. Just gonna be Spider-Man all the time.
Yeah, like, how was he affording that shit?
Good question.
If he didn't exist, Aunt May didn't leave him a life insurance policy.
I mean, they just wiped his identity. I don't know. I don't know. They're gonna have to like really do a little something because I mean,
because I mean, he already had an apartment.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he already has an apartment. He made a new suit, more like the other Spider-Man from the other dimensions. So he's running around in that.
Yeah, he doesn't have his mecha Spider-Man suit anymore because that was kind of OP anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little overpowered.
Well, I mean, he did have, what, 2 different versions of the Iron Spider suit in the comics? The old school one that was the black and silver, and then the second one was the red and gold.
Yeah,
I got one not too long ago.
But I mean, like, he was almost just starting out, and I felt like that was a little early for him to be just invincible, impenetrable, using his, the extra legs and shit.
Right. I mean, debut-wise, yeah. I mean, what? It was only his second appearance? No, third appearance.
Yeah, and he already had that OP suit.
Yeah, first one was in Civil War, then Homecoming.
Homecoming, then No Way Home.
And then by Infinity War, he was already wearing the Iron suit, and then he was wore it again in the Far From Home.
Yeah. They should have. I mean, that was fine for Infinity War because it kind of needed it with a giant battle.
Yeah, against aliens, and everybody had crazy super strength and weird.
And that was a pretty fun scene with him and all the women, like when he had the gauntlet.
Oh yeah.
They're like going across, and it's all like girl power.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Like all the people who were like, "Oh, I hated that scene." I'm like, stop being stupid.
Yeah, stop being an ass about it. Like, don't even make a thing of it.
I mean, literally, there was a team in the Marvel universe that was all female. It's gonna happen. Women can have power. Women will always have power.
I mean,
stop acting like
allowed. It doesn't matter. Why do you got to make a thing about it? If you bring it up,
yeah,
then it's going to be a thing. If you just don't say anything, it's like, oh, that was the scene. They just happen to all be women.
Yeah, I mean,
who cares? And plus, you got to see like Peppa Potts and her Iron Man suit.
Finally got to see her be rescued. That was awesome.
Yeah, rescue. Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I wonder if they're going to bring in Tony Stark's daughter.
I don't know. A rumor had come up that RDJ might come back for Secret Wars, and he might be a Doom variant.
I can see that.
I was like, yeah, okay, makes sense.
I really can't wait until they don't do the variants anymore.
Yeah. I think Secret Wars is supposed to be the end of the multiversal saga.
Thank God. Like, I'm so tired of them using it's a variant as an excuse for fucking everything.
I mean, I would like to see more variants of certain heroes. Like I wouldn't mind seeing the variant of Captain America that is either evil or took on a different role. I mean, we kind of saw one in What If where he became basically the first Iron Man.
Yeah.
For the most part. And kind of the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So technically, that one variant has played 2 roles.
He just does it all. Thanks,
Yeah.
Chris Evans.
Yeah, it's facts. Chris do be doing that, even though it's true.
Chris be busy because he was also the Human Torch,
which he is supposed to make an appearance possibly in Deadpool as well as the Human Torch.
Okay.
I mean, come on. He's the OG Human Torch now.
He's the OG Human Torch and the OG Captain America.
Damn right. The man's racking it up.
Accolades
Goddamn right.
for everybody.
I mean, a lot of people have had those second chances. I mean, look at freaking Michael B. Jordan. He was the Human Torch first as well, and then he became Killmonger. It's a great upgrade.
That is quite the upgrade.
Mm-hmm. One of the only villains that you can really be like, man, I kind of wish that dude would have won. He had some good points.
You know what? That's how I feel about Thanos too. I would have been fine either way.
Again, it's like, did they really get ixnayed from existence, or were they teleported to a different reality?
Yeah,
like,
again,
you would really have to think about that one. And I really wish if they had kind of done it like, could we get like the Heroes Reborn storyline where like those heroes who disappeared were in another universe and they were doing their own thing and they just had no recollection when they came back.
That would have been. It would have been cool if it was like the exact same thing but in reverse. Like,
people from another universe like ended up popping over here.
No, like Iron Man was disappearing and Spider-Man was holding him.
Oh.
And then it's them trying to go back. So it's kind of like parallel stories where they're both trying to get the other half back.
I mean, had they, started this multiversal saga like right on the tail end of Endgame, like really gone for it, yeah, I can see that.
That could have been cool.
Yeah, it could have been. They didn't do it though.
That's okay. That's okay. We got a pretty good story, anyways, because that final battle was worth every second.
Oh yeah, again, Cap finally getting the friggin' hammer. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah.
And him saying Avengers Assemble.
Oh yeah, finally. After over a decade.
Yeah.
of setting it up.
I got heart flutters. I was so excited.
What was that, the end of the Civil War when he was about to say, and we're just like, nope, let's cut that out.
Like, damn it.
What the fuck, man? He was about to say it.
I mean, it's very rare in a movie when I'm literally on the edge of my seat, like so excited. And that whole 45-minute battle, so good. So good.
Yeah, I think the first time that I had like a huge amount of excitement was the first Avengers. Just like Hulk in general, because they finally brought him into the fold. It's like, all right, we had Eric Bana, terrible Hulk movie. You had Edward Norton's Hulk, and I thought that was
they were going to use him initially, weren't they?
Yes, but they said he was hard to work with on the initial film, and that he didn't like the final cut that was put in theaters. So they kind of like cut ties with him, and then they recast as Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo was good though.
Oh yeah, he's done a great job as Bruce Banner.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He has that awkwardness, but minus what some of Bruce's characteristics would be, like sometimes genius complex level of narcissism. Not like Tony, but more like destructive to everything.
Yeah.
Because he's not just one Hulk, he's several Hulks inside his body, so he's got so many multiple personality issues, it's ridiculous.
It could have been cool if they had done the different color Hulks.
One rumor has said that either Edward Norton or Eric Bana will portray the Maestro in one of the upcoming films. So we get to see an evil Hulk with a beard.
That'd be sweet.
That took over the fucking world. Which I am down for, because that would be interesting. I mean, we're getting Red Hulk and Captain America: Brave New World. So there we go. We'll have a green, we'll have a blue, well, not blue, green and red, and we'll have
a gray
She-Hulk and Scar. Scar probably won't make another appearance until maybe the Young Avengers. Hopefully, with a better haircut.
I kind of like what they did with oh shit, what is his name? It's not Apocalypse. The guy that was in She-Hulk.
Let me see yourself. Frogman.
No, it was the other guy who, when he got angry.
Abomination.
Abomination. That's it. Started with an A.
Yeah, because his initial form in the Incredible Hulk was not comic accurate at all. They had to change it so that it looked proper for for She-Hulk and Shang-Chi.
yeah, when they were in the fighting arena, and him and Wong are just like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah,
we'll do this later.
I mean, they're just freaking making easy money.
Right. I mean, I would.
Hey, you gotta have at least one rigged match throughout the entire night. You gotta have one rigged match, and we all knew Wong Asian. Come on, you know he was gonna win. He's a hometown advantage. Ain't nobody trying to see a big monster win.
Everywhere is hometown advantage for him.
Yeah, he gets around.
Fucking circles. I wonder if he ever tried to telefrag anyone. Or just like a portal cutting somebody in half.
No, it was Doctor Strange and
because they never try and like do it, like they never mess with it once it starts appearing.
The only time that they did it was when they cut off Cull Obsidian's arm in Infinity War.
Because you could probably use it like blades.
Yeah.
Like you turn that shit sideways, you got an open portal flying through, and then just.
Or just be like, come on through, it's perfectly fine. Just halfway through, nope.
Psych!
Sorry. You truly are half the man you used to be.
No. Yes, I'm for it. Keep it up. More dad jokes.
What's the other thing? So with Deadpool 2, Deadpool 1 introduced like characters like Ajax and Angel Dust.
Francis.
Yeah, good old Francis. But I mean, you had it very small because you had to start it small. You couldn't have like all these big characters popping in. But at the end of the first film, you have a Ferris Bueller exit, and he tells you that Cable's going to be in the second movie. And you're like, holy shit! Finally see fucking Cable in live action. So I was like so excited when they were like, Josh Brolin's going to play Cable. I was like, hold on, wait a second. But Josh Brolin's already playing Thanos in the main MCU. How is he going to go over here and play Cable for Fox? But it worked.
It did.
It fucking worked. He was literally the perfect embodiment. Again, I don't know who's doing the casting for this, but they did a fucking good job.
They did a really good job. I did like him as Cable. That was fun.
So as far as actor portrayals, of course, we have Ryan Reynolds coming back as Wade Wilson, but he was also the voice of Juggernaut. So he played double duty.
Ah,
yeah.
Didn't know that.
Josh Brolin as Cable, Marina Baccarin again as Vanessa Carlisle, and I didn't know her last name was Carlisle. I just knew her name was Vanessa because you never hear her last name.
That's true.
Julian Dennison as Russell Rusty Collins, otherwise known as Fire Fist. He had hot hands.
He did.
But I found it funny when you look at how the story went. There were like a lot of people who could have been considered the villain of the film.
Oh yeah.
Cable starts off kind of as the villain, coming after a kid, but then you figure out that the kid becomes a villain in the future, and that's why he came back to stop the kid from getting older so that he could save his family. Then you have the Essex House that's basically torturing young mutants in their walls. Pretty villainous.
Yeah.
Juggernaut, who doesn't make his appearance until almost near the end of the film, then somehow becomes kind of like the main villain because it's a big fight with him. So it's like there's a lot of villainous stuff going on.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with like not knowing exactly who the bad guy is. Like not mystery intrigue where it has been won the whole time.
Right.
It's like it was a constant form of like who are we really fighting? Because they're really just trying to make it. They have one goal. It's just lots of different shit is stopping them.
Yeah. Let's see. We got Zazie Beetz as Domino, which I thought was another good casting, changing the character up a little bit. But yeah, it worked really well. T.J. Miller as Weasel, Brianna Hildebrand as Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Best superhero name ever.
Like 5 more minutes. Okay.
So got Blind Owl, Leslie Uggams, Dopinder Karan Sony, Jack Kesey as Black Tom Cassidy. The most racist name ever, maybe.
Yeah.
Small cameos here and there with like Terry Crews playing Bedlam, Louis Tan as Shatterstar, Bill Skarsgård as that guy's, Rob Delaney as Peter Wisdom. Didn't know Peter's last name. Wisdom. And Brad Pitt as Vanisher, with other cameos like the First Class X-Men. If you don't know who they are, go look up X-Men First Class. You'll know. Not gonna talk about James McAvoy.
I really like that. Like he had that whole team, and they didn't even make it to the drop.
Yeah. But apparently, thanks to him time sliding at the end of this movie, yes, big spoiler for the people who have not seen it.
No.
You're under a friggin' rock. Get to it. Good God, Deadpool and Wolverine comes out Friday. Do better. Do better. But yeah, because he went time sliding using Cable's tech, he changed the timeline. So now they're alive. Everything's okay. Because you even see Louis Tan as Shatterstar in the a couple of the trailers.
I really need to watch. What was that movie? Old Man Logan.
Oh yeah, you got to watch Logan.
I need to watch. Yeah, I need to watch that because I noticed that a lot of it took place in the Ant-Man's fall.
Yes.
Penfall.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Giant man's body.
And I haven't seen that. Like, again, I love the comic, but I never saw the movie. So I guess I'm gonna have to watch that before I watch Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah. With Logan, you won't see. Well, you're only going to see Fox characters in it, so you're not going to see like anything that you'll eventually come across, except for Daphne Keane as Laura, which is X-23. I think that was a great intro for her.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could probably keep it going after this, depending on how they end it.
I think really how they end this and how things develop up until Secret Wars will really tell us what happens. I know that, like I said, in Thunderbolts, they're saying that there are at least 2 mutant characters that are supposed to be in the film. So we'll be getting some start to the whole X-Men saga.
I do like the idea of using Deadpool like Stan Lee.
Yeah, I think he should. Yeah, just random appearances, breaks fourth wall, dips out.
Yeah,
that's just his thing.
Funny shit.
Yeah, again, you don't have to have Ryan in the suit. You could just have somebody in the suit and Ryan do the voiceover, and it'll be perfectly fine. That way, if you want to save money,
or even if it's just like with Stan Lee, like if someone's playing dice or at a casino, and then like he comes up at like full on, not even in suit, just start up.
Oh yeah.
he comes up and he like rolls the dice. He's like, "God!" Yeah, and then walks away.
Yeah,
That's all he did.
just something random.
Yeah,
Something that fits what the tone of the film, but also like, oh, he's there.
there he is. Hi, Brian. Hi, Brian.
Oh man.
All right. Well, I think we need to wrap this shit up.
Yeah. Even though we've kind of hit keynotes for Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2 was an awesome film. I think Juggernaut making a second screen appearance and the way they did him was, sorry, Benny, but yeah, it was better than The Last Stand.
Yes.
Thank God. Colossus again returns. His CGI awesome. The introduction of the character Yukio as Teenage Negasonic, Negasonic Teenage Warhead's girlfriend, cool and cute.
Yeah,
entirely too bubbly, but I love it.
It was fun.
Wade just rolling around in depression after Vanessa passes. Terrible, but also necessary.
Yeah,
I think the only thing that really killed me was the crypticness of her being a ghost, as every time he died. Like, you've been dead for how long? Why you already like this? Stop it. Stop it.
Again, it could just be death.
Your heart's in the wrong place. What? What does that mean?
It could just be death. Dressed as Vanessa.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, could have been. But yeah, again, Cable comes back, apparently manages to save his family, and Hope. You hear Hope's name, so Hope Summers is a thing in the future. Cool. But yeah, I thought Deadpool 2 was. Yeah, the X-Men are coming. Deadpool 2 was I thought was good, but not as good as Deadpool.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that Deadpool and Wolverine, with all the small hypes we've gotten up till now, is going to be as spectacular as I think it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would you rate Deadpool 2?
Oh, man. Like a 7. 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Because the first one, I'd give it like a 7.5 to 8, I think.
Yeah. I like the way the story was told in the first one. I mean, start in the middle of some heavy action, then we'll take it back, and it's fun. Not action, but just lots of fucking jokes and just playing off. It was really good.
It's my favorite. I love it.
I'll have to give it a 7 too, because I think the story was okay, but certain things could have been done better.
And I think the way they introduced all those characters is really good.
Yeah. I mean, I would have liked to see X-Force survive and do a little something before they were like murked by, I don't know, something crazy.
Well, you can wish in one hand and shit in the other.
No, we're not.
X-Force isn't going to be in either hand.
No. Wish one hand, shit in the other, and see which one comes up first. No. Gross.
All right, well, is there anything else you want to say about this before I start spitting out our nonsense?
Obviously, you should be watching Deadpool and then Deadpool 2 and Logan before you go watch Deadpool and Wolverine. So, if you ain't done it yet, and I know you haven't seen Logan, so I'm going to leave you alone. But everybody else who hasn't seen these movies, stop living under a rock. Do better.
Do better.
That is all. That is all I got.
All right, well, you can find us at kjandapodcast@gmail.com and also on all the socials. Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and Threads and TikTok and YouTube. KJNA Podcast.
Correct. Don't forget, Kevin is doing the playthroughs and they are freaking awesome, and his editing is getting better. So
it's so fun.
Watch the evolution of the gameplays.
Yeah, just wait till like 2 weeks from now. That's going to be my best one.
Okay.
Because I figured out how to record it so I can do separate things.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Over here getting all good with the editing and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then that's gonna take over into the audio.
All right. I fucks with it.
And also, you can shoot us a text. Someone left us a voicemail It was a minute and a half of nothing.
Oh.
Uh,
Thank you for nothing?
Yeah, they called at 858-838-5562.
That's right.
And then you can also buy me a coffee.com/kjandapodcast.
Correct.
And Patreon.
That's right. Don't forget the Patreon.
/KJNA.
We got at least 6 hours of bonus stuff on the Patreon. So if you ever want to, see some of our older stuff from way back when, hit us up on Patreon.
We do need to add some more shit on there, but I guess you need subscribers before we make more shit.
Yeah. So if you're seeing our live or just the video in general, or listening to this on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, or wherever you're listening, tell us what you want to hear.
Yeah, come on.
We'll do it.
We'll do it. We'll do
I'll do it for money.
Give me that money.
At the end of the day, we're hookers of audio and video. I won't show you my toes though.
Oh, I will. I don't give a fuck. I have no shame.
Okay, go ahead and paint your nails then.
But they're gross. You don't want to see them. But maybe someone's got a thing for it. I don't know.
Maybe get yourself a mani-pedi. See what happens.
I don't know. I don't give a shit. I have no feet shame. I'll take pictures of it.
Okay. feel like I got some work I need to do on my toesies, but
I'll show you a finger.
Oh, no.
Give you that for free. All right. We love you. Thank you so much for coming.
Good night.